And here we are at RFA headquarters, and the familiar clock, I think, is, yep, there it goes. That's how you know we are fireside, and we are here with the most recent, and let me say perennial, Roofball champion, Derek Weber. Congratulations on your win. I just want to start off by asking you, first of all, is this clock distracting?
Not yet.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Secondly, I've seen you win a lot of these. I think Roofball Nation has seen you win a lot of these.
Well, thank you.
My question is, it seemed to mean perhaps a bit more this time, and I'm wondering if you can weigh in on that. Was that my perception of that correct?
Yeah, probably. I was probably after the fact more like outwardly energized than than I have been in the past. I would say like you think like through all the championships and stuff. Obviously, the first one was pretty dang cool. I remember my third one because that was the cow. But this one would probably be right up there next to those.
What made it so special?
I think the full field. I mean, there's been some thinner fields the last few years and stuff. So it was much more difficult, and seeing some faces that are really darn good roofball players, and just that excitement throughout the day, that kind of stuff was be helpful. And then of course back on TV live, all the new stuff, added to that as well. And then of course, new players not knowing what to expect, and at least one of them. I mean, a couple of them did pretty good, but Brooks like killed it. He was awesome. And so competing against somebody new that's really good is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, well they were saying in the comments it was the goat versus the wolf.
Yeah. By the way, the wolf, is that not like a badass name?
That is a pretty badass
Yeah.
name. Wolfman. Yeah, he's got his own like pack of fans now.
Yes.
I mean, I'm wondering what
He's
your
gonna have
fans
to license those types of shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what I'm thinking is, okay, Dano's fans have started calling themselves Fanos. And then you got the wolf pack, but I mean, you've got a decent amount of people that were rooting for you in the comments. So
Cool.
I gotta ask the fan base, like, please name yourselves. Like, I wanna, like, are you the Webinators or like the Websters? I'm not sure. Pick a name. We gotta have some Weber fan names. I do. Was there a moment in the tournament, or perhaps in the final game, when you knew? You just knew. It was like, this is over. This is already done. I've got this in the bag.
Not throughout the tournament until the final game. So I went in the third game and I had a solid game. I think I had a 45 or something like that, which you get 45s all day long. You're doing pretty good. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. And then I had a real tough game the second one, but all three, Casey and Christian and I, we did not do well. And I think it was just my last two throws. I had an around and a ping, which easily got me through that. Then I had a good game, then not a great game, but good enough to get into the finals there. And then I distinctly remember I went first, I had a ping and catch, and he went ping and catch. And in my mind, I was like, all right, 9 throws. I just gotta beat him. And I know Adam told me he was sitting there in the booth and we had one throw to go, and I was like, "What's the score?" And he's like, "You're up by 40." And I was like, "I knew I was up by a lot."
Okay.
And I think he had a couple zeros or a couple 1 points and then over and stuff, and I knew that I had marked every single. I had pings and then like an around towards the end, so I knew that I was going to win at that point, probably fifth or sixth inning.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Was there a moment during the tournament that you were worried that you were done?
Absolutely. I think maybe it was that second round game. I think even my first second throw was an over, and I'm like, it's always interesting to walk back there because you have different emotions when you're taking that walk of shame. It can be just angry and furious, or it can be a chance to like settle and just be like, nope, all right, that's gone. You just need to make up for it. You can put a bunch of marks together and be okay. And I think in that instance, like I threw it over, and then I heard a ball come right over with it, and it was Casey. I'm like, okay,
All right.
all right. If Casey and I are gonna do this together, then cool.
Oh yeah, man. All right, looking to the future of the sport.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're sticking around, and I mean, it seems that roofball players can age a bit more than your standard.
There was a point yesterday where I was calling for a senior division.
Masters League. Hell yeah, absolutely. But I mean, obviously, you're going to be around for the future of the sport for a bit longer. The founder Adam Willis, we got Rob Slisky, we got Dan O'Reilly. But coming up, who do you see as the young blood? Who do you see as the next great one?
Well, the interesting thing is, like, I still think of Christian as a kid, even though he's like 28 or whatever he is.
Yeah.
So obviously he has plenty of time. I mean, he's moved now, so I don't know how many opportunities there'll be. But that's somebody who's young and obviously can do it. If Brooks keeps coming, I mean, beyond obvious that the Wolfman will be here, or perhaps we can start spreading tournaments around to make it easier for those folks. Um, but I mean, there were some good players yesterday. I think what this does and just shows like kind of the continuous nature. If we just keep it up, we'll continuing have new people coming in, and whether they're young or old or whatever, it's just fresh kind of blood into those things, making tournaments even that more interesting. My first game yesterday, I played against a 13-year-old. He seemed pretty jazzed, Colby. And I told him, I'm like, man, you got to come back and stuff. And then after the fact, he's going around taking pictures with all the players and stuff. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, we had a couple of young kids just kind of swing by too.
Yeah.
Like there was one random kid that was just awesome, and he was a content creator, and he was taking pictures, and he was wondering if he could come back. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like got the really young ones. Okay, one other thing about just building on that. What would you like to see going forward for Roofball? Like ideal vision, 10 years from now. Where's Roofball at? What's happening?
Just Derek Weber keeps winning.
Just Derek Weber.
Yeah, I think as far as like the sport and the RFA in total, I'd like to see kind of that expansion, right? To go into other markets, we'll call them, or whatever you want to say, other cities, giving other people opportunity who can't make a 3-hour drive or fly across the country as we had somebody do, which is again insane.
Awesome.
But just there's plenty of interest out there. You just got to find the place to do it. I don't think getting 12 people or 24 people or whatever is going to be an issue. So hopefully that's something that we can help with, whether that is design or ideas or contacts. So that's what I'm looking for. And then I think those bigger events where you start having winners or really good finishers from different locations actually being able to meet up, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Roofball Nation would just like to hear any other thoughts that you may want to share with them.
I'm not sure if I have anything new to share. Like you said, I was totally excited about winning yesterday. Adam and I had conversations in the week or two leading up to it, and are you worried about this, that, and the other thing? And like deep down, you're like, yeah, I'm worried. I don't want to suck. I don't want to go out in the first round or second round. If I can make the semis, that would be great. And of course, I really hope to win. But pretty happy, very happy.
Oh yeah. All right. Any opinion as to what your fan base should call themselves?
No.
No? You got nothing?
No,
All right. Well, then you guys got to name yourselves and let us know, especially in the comments here. What would you like the Derek Weber fan base to be known as? Man, thank you very much for sitting down with me. And by the way, I noticed your recently altered champ shirt.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
yeah.
I see you. And that's very decorated right there, my friend. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, one of the he's the GOAT. We all know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Weber. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.